What if the man everyone overlooked, the janitor, the quiet worker, the single dad just trying to survive, held the solution to $100 million problem that could save an entire company? And what if the CEO's next move changed not only his life, but the lives of thousands of employees? Stay with me till the end, because this story might just change how you look at the people around you. If this inspired you, spread the hope, like, share, comment and subscribe for more stories. Ethan was a single dad, barely keeping life together. His wife had passed away 2 years ago, and he was left raising his 8-year-old daughter, Lily, alone. He worked night shifts as a maintenance worker in a huge tech company called Janitor Corporation, a billion-dollar empire where geniuses in suits walked the halls, but nobody noticed the man in overalls pushing the mop. Every morning, Ethan would pack Lily's lunch, drop her at school, and rush to his second job at a repair shop. Money was always tight. Bills stacked up, and sometimes he skipped meals so Lily wouldn't have to. Still, he never complained. His love for his daughter kept him moving. Inside the company, Janitor Corporation was on the verge of collapse. Their flagship project, a new AI system, had hit a critical $100 million problem. The system was crashing, investors were pulling out, and deadlines were weeks overdue. Hundreds of employees worked day and night, but nobody could find the bug that was bleeding the company dry. Meanwhile, Ethan, just the janitor, watched silently as he cleaned offices. What no one knew was that Ethan wasn't just an ordinary man. Years ago, before tragedy struck, he had been a brilliant software engineer, one of the best. But when his wife got sick, he left his career behind to care for her. After her passing, he never had the chance to return. One late night, as Ethan was mopping near the conference room, he overheard frantic voices. The top engineers were panicking, the AI system had frozen again. Millions were on the line. Ethan hesitated, heart pounding. Should he say something? Would they laugh at him, a janitor? But then he thought of Lily, and how she always told him, "Daddy, you're the smartest person I know." Taking a deep breath, he stepped forward and softly said, "Excuse me. I think I know what's wrong." The room fell silent. The CEO, Mr. Grant, turned and frowned. "This is not the time, Ethan. Please, just do your work." But one engineer, desperate, said, "Let him speak. At this point, we have nothing to lose." Ethan walked over, scanned the code projected on the wall, and within seconds, he spotted the error, a tiny overlooked algorithmic loop that was breaking the system. His hands moved fast across the keyboard. He rewrote a few lines of code, pressed enter. And the system lit up flawlessly. The room gasped. Ethan, the janitor everyone ignored, had just solved a $100 million problem in seconds. The following morning, the company was buzzing. Word had spread like wildfire, the janitor fixed the impossible. Employees whispered in the halls. Some laughed in disbelief. Others felt ashamed for never noticing him. Mr. Grant, the CEO, called an emergency board meeting. The executives expected him to thank Ethan quietly, maybe give him a small bonus, and then sweep the story under the rug. But Grant had other plans. At the company-wide assembly, Mr. Grant stood on stage with Ethan by his side. He looked at the thousands of employees gathered and said, "Last night, a man who has been invisible to many of us, who worked tirelessly to provide for his daughter, did what none of our brightest minds could do. He saved this company. And I refuse to let that go unnoticed." The crowd went silent. Grant turned to Ethan, his voice steady but emotional. "From today, you are no longer our janitor. You are our lead software architect. And your salary starts at $250,000 a year. More importantly, you and your daughter will never struggle again." The hall erupted with applause. Ethan, tears in his eyes, thought of Lily and how proud she would be. For the first time in years, he felt seen, not just as a janitor, not just as a single dad, but as the man he truly was. But Grant didn't stop there. He continued. Let Ethan's story remind us, never underestimate the quiet ones, the ones who work behind the scenes. Talent, brilliance, and strength can be found in the most unexpected places. Sometimes, the person you least expect, is the one who can change everything. From that day, Ethan's life transformed. He built a future for Lily where she never had to worry about food, bills, or being left behind. But more than the money or the position, what mattered most was that his worth was finally recognized. And the company? It didn't just survive. It thrived, because now it carried a culture of respect, humility, and hope, thanks to one single dad who refused to give up. Sometimes the heroes in life are the ones nobody notices, the single parents working 2 jobs, the quiet coworkers who never complain, the ones who sacrifice everything for love. Ethan's story teaches us, never underestimate someone because of their title, their clothes, or their struggles. Greatness often hides in the most unexpected places. And when given a chance, it can change the world.